Welcome to Lehto Files. I am Chris Lehto. Today's show is just an unbelievable show. I didn't think I would be doing it anytime soon. Definitely not. But I'm going to go through the full Grusch interview with Ross Coulthart, give my commentary. I am just blown away. This is probably going to be an emotional show. I was just literally flipping out this morning. I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. But the only thing stopping me from actually believing it, because there's tons of evidence, it is blatantly obvious. If you can just remove the bias that they have programmed into our brains that says it's not possible. As soon as you understand that it's possible or believe that it's possible, because it is possible, all of a sudden it's blatantly obvious. Blatantly obvious. There's going to be something. So let's go through the full interview. I have it right here. It was broadcast June 11th on Sunday. Let's check it out. Amazing, amazing stuff, man. I just cannot believe it.
Tonight, for the first time, a former senior military intelligence officer comes forward to say what we've only imagined is true.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone.
Claims that our government has proof of alien life.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number. Some are landed, some are crashed.
Allegations of a secret government program that has hidden the truth, the technology, from the world.
There's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral. And it's totally frightening.
From Roswell to the present day.
Now going against the winds of Hudson pointed out to the west.
There are non-prosaic cases, 100% unexplainable. And this is like tangible technical craft they're seeing.
Is this decorated officer a liar?
Why should we believe you?
A fool?
Is it possible that you're deluding yourself?
Or a hero?
I'm a patriot, and I believe the truth to power in this.
We're talking about the biggest secret in human history.
We are not alone. The UFO whistleblower speaks.
I'm going to answer that first question. David Grusch is a hero. David Grusch is a hero, without a doubt. And everyone else, all your names are going to be in history. All the other people, your names are going to be in history. And you're going to go down as cowards and lying sacks of shit is what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. All of you guys. Crimes against humanity, man. So I've gotten the pleasure to work with Ross Coulthart, and he is a detail-oriented investigator. And he believes that it's possible. And I think believing that it's possible opens your eyes to actually being able to see the evidence. So Ross Coulthart, he was brought in to this case to do this interview, and man, he kills it. Ross is a legend. From what I understand, this interview was filmed May 9th, and there's actually 7 hours of full additional footage that they will cut down to 90 minutes to 120 minutes is what Ross said. So Ross Coulthart, amazing. I got to work with him on the Michael Narindu UAP, which now I think after these revelations has a lot more weight, doesn't it? Michael was followed by 4x4s. He was hassled. He was harassed. Could it be related? Could it be all true? So let's start the hit parade first, right? So Scott Bray here, Ron Moultrie. Again, these guys, both cowards and lying sacks of shit. Both you guys. You both know Grusch has been there. He's been investigating this for 4 years. You have had classified briefings for the last year and a half. You are a lying sack of shit. Both you guys, both of you, you're going to go down in history. You're going to go down in history as cowards and people that lied, crime against humanity. Think about that. Everyone, all you guys, all you people that know about this stuff, that knew for years, and you let us just wonder what's out in the universe. Are we alone? I wonder if we're alone. Why you knew. Why you knew. Think of that. Why you knew. Man, you guys are going to hell. You're going to go to hell. I don't even know if we need to do anything in this world because you are going to hell in the next world. Do you understand that? Crimes against humanity. Crimes against humanity. You kept it secret. You lied to everyone. You lied to everyone in the world just so you could maintain your power, just so you could have your money so that we could have your crappy society still go on into the future. We're catching people from 50 years ago, serial killers. We're catching serial killers from 50 years ago. You don't think we're going to find out what's happening now? You don't think we're going to know? Your family name is going to go down in history as a piece of shit.
So far, they have not confirmed any of them to constitute proof of alien life.
I mean, all those people, all the pilots, you just think they were crazy. All the experiencers, you just think that they're crazy. No help. Whatever you make up as some excuse for what you did is not going to make it right. It's not going to make it right. Everyone, thousands, tens of thousands of people that think they're insane, that think they're crazy, told they're crazy, ruined their careers. How many people did you kill? How many people had to keep your secret safe just so America can stay on top, or whatever country it is? You guys are going to hell, man. Think about that. Repent. You guys are screwed. You think we're going to give up? It doesn't matter the mainstream media doesn't know. We know. There's enough of us. And we do have decentralized. And we will burn this place down.
Officially, the government continues to state, we are indeed alone.
So I mentioned this before. The Air Force has been suspiciously quiet. They haven't said anything at all on the UFO topic here. Why? Because they are obviously complicit. They're obviously complicit. Why do we hear nothing? Because they don't want to tell lies. What's the first core principle of the Air Force? The first core principle is integrity first, then service before self, excellence in all we do. Integrity first. Kind of hard to integrity first when you're literally lying to the whole populace, your whole country that you swore an oath to protect against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You are the domestic enemies. Do you understand that? You are the domestic enemies. It's you guys. That's it. You run around, terrorize the world, weaponize our nation, weaponize the earth. And you sleep at night. That's why you kept this secret, because it's so dark. And what happened to JFK? What happened to Kennedy? Why was Kennedy killed? Yeah, we still can't figure it out. It's only been over 60 years. Our giant apparatus, our military, how many intelligence agencies do we have? 18? All of you people, anyone who knew about this or suspected it and did nothing is a coward and a lying sack of shit. I don't know what you can even do at this point. Grusch is the only one. He is the only one. This one guy. All you generals, all you colonels, all you admirals, all you people think you're so hot. You think you're above everyone else. You're going to decide how the future of humanity goes because you're so smart. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. You have either been compromised by the aliens or you have compromised us. You have compromised us and you've held us back for the last 90 years. You bastards. And this is true. This is going to come out. Grusch is legit, man. This guy's legit. He is Air Force integrity first. You can see it on his face. And people are like, oh, he's laughing when he says it. He's laughing when he says it. Yeah, that's what it looks like when it's real. And you're saying something out in the public and you know it's real. Just because you're smiling doesn't mean you don't do the operation. This guy's done the operation. He's been there. Integrity first. That's what I'm talking about. You can't have integrity first and then lie to everyone in the whole world to maintain your feudalistic dominance. You guys are going to hell. And your family names are going to forever be labeled as cowards and lying sacks of shit.
Read into.
That's so amazing to me, right? The UAP task force was not read into this. So how could it be possible? That's what I hear. How could anyone have kept this secret? How could it have been secret for so long? It wasn't secret. It's leaked so many times. Like you just happen to know what a gray alien looks like, right? That just came out of nowhere. That was made up. Actually, no, that's what they look like. They actually look like that. You just tell everyone, oh, they're crazy if they're talking about gray aliens, but that's what they actually look like. So they just disinformation it. We have the information. We know they're visiting it. We know they're abducting us. We know they're doing crazy things, flying around. And by that, I mean our government knows and has literally been lying to us. Literally been lying to us. People in the government. Those people that came up to David Grusch, those are the people that are actually heroes, that actually took their oath and I'm going to faithfully discharge the duties of the office I'm about to enter. Does that mean lying? Lying to keep your information about the whole universe secret? What are the agreements we have? The only reason people don't believe is because they don't want to believe, because you have literally programmed the people not to believe. This could honestly be from the aliens. Who's running the show? It's not you guys. It's not the government. It's some secret arm of the government that does whatever it wants. Does whatever it wants. Keeps information secret. And the Aero Task Force, Grusch, says later that Kirkpatrick knows all this. He knows all this shit. He could have gone and investigated himself. Kirkpatrick, you are a coward and a fucking lying piece of shit. You are. The truth of alien life. You guys are hiding the truth of alien life, which you know. You're hiding the technology. Everyone's like, we need the technology. We don't need the fucking technology, okay? We have plenty of technology. We can get exactly to where we need to go. All we need is dumb-ass humans to get out of the way, because these people are idiots. You are morons. You're cowards, and you're lying sacks of shit. Honestly. Take the oath. That's why I left your country, man. That's why I left America. I did the oath. And this is what we get. This is what our leaders are. The leaders you have chosen.
You are alleging that the US government has been concealing the existence on this planet of alien life.
Had a lot of sleepless nights.
So this part was pretty interesting because I calmed down a little bit. It's interesting is that we don't have all the data. So it really seems like there's gaps in our data where they're coming here. We can't stop them. We don't really know maybe why they're coming or where they're coming from. So we don't have that accurate of communication channels with these guys or even open communication. What do we have? We have no idea because you guys have been keeping it secret. How could you do that? How? And then just so much time went by that you just couldn't give it up. And now how is it going to come out? What's going to happen to your country? What's going to happen? I see this as the immediate disbanding of all of our intelligence agencies and the military industrial apparatus. I mean, I don't see how the US gets through this. I mean, we had the NSA cover up. They'd literally been taking and recording all of our information. And none of you people seem to even care. You're just like, oh, I don't care. Like, it's no big deal. Don't take my guns. No one cares about your guns. If they know you're not going to use them or you're pointing them at the wrong direction. Iraq had the second highest number of guns before we went in after the US. Did that help them? Did it turn into some amazing country? No. Were they able to stop us? No. We have bombs. Your little tiny guns aren't going to do anything against an F-16, guys. Sorry, I hate to break that to you. There's nothing you can do. We'll just know who you are when you're holding a rifle. We know who to kill. This is the military-industrial complex that has been created using this technology, using this alien technology, been able to maintain on top. And you guys out there not believing this right now, the only reason you're not believing it is because it's not possible. That's the only reason. All the data is there. All the data is there. All the evidence is there. You guys, you yell, don't work with Stephen Greer. You're going to get discredited. Stephen Greer is saying the truth. He's the only one saying the truth. He's got all the data. Because someone put flares out? You don't think the CIA or people with alien tech could have flown a helicopter out there and dropped some flares? A drone? I love it goes like, I talked to this kid. He said he was using a drone. Yeah. Where do you think the CIA did? Are they idiots? No. Obviously, they've been doing this, or whoever it is. Obviously, it came from people out of the CIA. These are disinformation specialists. You people who have done this. What do you think is going to happen to you? Your name's going to go down in history as part of this. You kept this secret from all of humanity, the truth of alien life. Think about that. That's your name. That's you, buddy. That's you. Your last name going down. How does that feel? That's why integrity first matters. Because it doesn't matter. if I die, doesn't matter because I've lived how I want to live with integrity all the way. And you have not, my friend. You have not. You listened to people that lied to you, cheated you. Yeah, how many people were killed? How many people discredited? How many nations? How many people in other nations have been killed and discredited? How many people in America, in your own nation? The humans, all of humanity, kept in the dark, lied to.
Soon after, he says, he endured reprisals and retaliation from above.
I wonder how that's going to age. That's going to age well, isn't it? You bureaucrats, how many of you people have done anything? Grusch has been overseas, getting shot at, using all the skills, integrity first. What have you guys been doing? Back in your little rooms with no windows. You get all access, all the information you want to that special spacecraft, special device, beings. While the rest of us, we're just wondering. Oh, I wonder what space is made out of. Oh, man, it'd be so nice for humanity if we weren't being kept in the dark by our own government. And you guys complain about the Chinese? You're living in a fantasy world, guys. You're living in a fantasy world.
He then reported that information to the Intelligence Community Inspector General.
Thank God. Thank God. And the rest of you are going to live a life of regret. You are. Forever. We're going to write your names down and etch them into your gravestone.
Future and have that, coulda, shoulda, woulda kind of feeling where I could have made a difference. I do not want to live a life of regret.
There you go, guys. We're not alone. Well, thank you so much to Dave Grusch and all the other people who supported him. And those sounds like some minority of people, maybe it's a majority, but sounds like a minority speaking out. He says tens, if not hundreds of people. So that gives us an idea of the size of the program. So it seems like maybe thousands of people know. Low thousands. Could it be in the hundreds potentially? And what about these aliens? What about alien life? Is that really how we want to come across to aliens? And he talks later about we've captured these craft. We've actually gone and tried to capture them and not told anyone. Who are you people? Who are you?
Have you seen spacecraft?
I mean, how long have these documents just been in our coffers, in vaults, in U.S. buildings? How long? And you can't disclose them here. They're still lying. The Pentagon's still denying this. They're still denying this. Well, because they just can't believe it. You couldn't possibly believe it. That's the only reason. How many people have been killed to keep this secret? I bet JFK would have told us. I bet he would have told humanity. Very interesting. He was killed shortly after sending a memo to the CIA asking about UFO files. Timbershed is right. It's about control. It's about power. And these guys really are the worst people I've ever imagined. The worst. You guys can go home and think what you want, but you're the worst. We don't want you.
Let's deal with the issue of your credibility.
On the UAP task force,
Arrow has had the data, and now you have the Inspector General, the Intelligence Inspector General, and he said this claim of reprisals and this claim of illegal technology held for 90 years secret, illegal knowledge that we are not alone in the universe, that we are surrounded by life, that there are many other species of aliens, that we're not the only one. These people kept this secret for their own benefit, Now, you could say not for their own benefit. Yes, it was. It was for your own country. Duty on our country, not integrity first.
Even coming from a respected insider.
right here.
This is one of the more interesting parts of the interview, actually, when he talks about where are they coming from. And they may not actually be coming through space as we understand it. Obviously, we don't understand space. We don't understand time. We don't understand space. We don't understand gravity. And a large part of that is because our fucking government has been lying and keeping secret information from us. So this would add a lot. This kind of key information about the universe kept secret for our protection. Is that going to be it was for your protection that we kept alien tech secret and ran around the world and killed people and disinformed and discredited people. That's the reason. It's for your protection. That's why we did it. So here he talks about dimensional space. And in the same location, we can have different dimensions of space. Okay, so I have talked about this actually in the scalar theory of the universe that I have created based off my own observations, not from the government. And what it is that, yes, I think there could be larger and smaller dimensions. If you can go very, very small in size or very, very large in size. We don't understand how time and space works. We believe actually there's actually no physical thing here. There's no actual physical. We're not actually touching. So I think it could all be related to frequencies, vibrational energies. So they could be coming from here essentially, but it's really here in a larger universe or smaller. They come from here somewhere on the earth. They come from a smaller universe or something we don't even understand, which could even be just as likely. Okay. But the point is having any data like this would be very helpful in understanding what the universe is like instead of being lied to and kept secret for their own benefit. I still can't believe it could. Sorry, this is too much, but man.
Humans.
So on the materials, heard this before, crazy isotopes, weird atomic structures. And what he said there is we don't understand the emergent properties, why these materials are oriented that way. And I've heard this before is the energy of these craft, all of the energy, from what I understand, is stored in the material itself. It's like a giant battery or somehow energy is stored into the material itself. And so clearly there, he says just confidently, not created by humans. I mean, this technology is thousands, millions of years, or comes from a different dimension. Looks like you're talking about a different scalar dimension. So sizes of universes here, the multiverse, etc. So quite interesting.
Is extremely unethical and immoral.
Yes. Yeah. It's obviously extremely unethical and immoral. Obviously. What were you people thinking? That's why Grusch is talking. I wonder why he's talking to me now. Is he serious? Yes, he's serious. That's why he's talking. Because it's so messed up. And it's not just tech. Everyone's like, what about technology? I really want to find it. What about the truth of the universe? There's other dimensions? There's other dimensions. You have proof of other dimensions. And you guys are sitting there keeping it secret just so you can have the best toys, so you can make the most money and further your country. What a bunch of bastards. What a bunch of bastards. Bunch of bastards. And you killed people for it. And you're going down. You're going down. It's over. You're done. You're done.
Coming up, how long has this been going on?
And told the Americans what the Italians had, and we ended up scooping it.
I think this is important because this is the first case he mentions. And I've heard the UFO community believes this is a hoax, that it was faked, that the documents were fake, etc. Okay. And my answer back to you guys is, how do you know from 90 years ago the documents are fake? Like they couldn't have faked documents. Oh, they faked the documents. We're talking about the systematic disinformation campaign to keep the whole world in the dark while you keep alien secrets secret. Okay. Do you think they couldn't have forged a document when they had the government? I mean, they were writing the documents. They could have easily forged it. Easily. In the Vatican, I have always been really suspicious that the Vatican is just fine with an alien, right? You go around the world, you know, the Catholics in the Vatican are like, yeah, there's other aliens. You know, God has many children. God has many children is what they say. So the Vatican knows. right? And you think back, who was the first Roman Catholic president? Was JFK, right? JFK was the first Catholic president. And chances are he probably met with the Pope. He probably met with the Pope and the Vatican. And if he had any ideas about UFOs, any questions already, guess what? They're probably going to answer him. So if he didn't find out through our government, which sounds like he didn't, I bet he found out through the Vatican. I bet he found out through the Catholic Church that they had actual UFO spacecraft. I believe it.
Yeah, and told the Americans what the Italians had, and we ended up scooping it.
Okay, so he just said, certainly. Ross Coulthard asked him, the Catholic Church knows that there are aliens on this planet, and he said, certainly. So guess what? You guys are cowards, and you're all lying sacks of shit. Honestly, who is out there knowing full and well that there's aliens, and yet you guys keep it secret? You kept it secret for your own interests, and you told yourselves, well, no one will believe me. We're doing this for humanity's. Humanity's not ready to hear this. Are we ever going to be ready to hear it? No. You're never ready to hear it. We were supposed to hear it. We were supposed to hear it.
Scooping it.
So let me be very clear about this. You're saying that the Catholic Church, the Vatican, they know about the existence of non-human intelligence on this planet.
Certainly.
Okay, but this guy spoke up. These people spoke up. This is Jesse Marcel. He has an interview on my channel, amazing interview, and he says flat out right, he was the first one there. It was spacecraft, amazing material. It was super light. You could hit it with a sledgehammer. It wouldn't even scratch or dent. It's like a pack of cigarettes. He was there. General Ramey told him to lie and say that this is a weather balloon. He said it. I mean, you guys, it's not like you have to search that hard to find the evidence. The evidence is right there, staring you in the face. It's staring you in the face. You just can't make the leap. I just can't make the leap. My government tells me what to think. Oh, yes, they do. They do.
Why are these things crashing?
Yeah,
I've heard Mick West's claim on this. I'm kind of disappointed in Mick's answers, to be honest. I was expecting more rigor, I guess, but he's just saying that it's not possible. That's like his whole argument. It's not possible. How many planes will fly every day and we rarely get any crashes? But you're talking about here, crashes is about every 5 years. We get one every 3 to 5 years. That's how many actual spacecraft crash and then crash. We talked later about actually taking these down. I think they tried to take them down. They're actually capturing. I would be not surprised at all if we have capture operation, meaning to try and shoot these things down, get them to stop, and then capture them. I've also heard they're like organic creatures. They could even be large organic things. We do not understand life. Why? Again, because our government has been lying to us and keeping it secret. The information you have. What is our universe like? What are these beings like? We know they're very large. We know they're very small. Sounds like they come from different scales of life, that is my theory, that we have different scales of life. So you could have giant, like flying beetles, something like that, some crazy space beetle. It's just giant. I mean, that could be a thing. And I have no doubt our government would try and take one of those down. He says there's techniques. So crash is one way to do it after you shoot it down. Think of that. Think of that.
Meat, it seems like just fueling the war machine.
That's it right there. That's why you guys did it. To fuel the war machine. That's what we need. The war machine. Something that can destroy the whole earth, all the people on it. I'm sure the leaders will be fine inside their bunkers, way underground. How many bunkers do you have underground where you go and just live while the rest of us on the surface will just fry in your induced nuclear war? This is probably your plan. How evil do you have to be? Like, how evil? I mean, it's literally out of a James Bond plot, except we're losing. We lost. There's no James Bond. There was no James Bond. It was you guys. Somehow living your life, like thinking you'll go fine, like everything will be fine. Like, we're not going to find out. But you know we're going to find out. That's why it's kept so long. People, they don't want to know. They take it to their graves. Why? They're like that serial killer. It's like a serial killer from the 50s or 60s, right? And you're out there. We know your serial killers are out there. Guess what? We're going to find you. It's called DNA. You didn't know about DNA then, did you? What do you think we're going to find out now? From this time in 20 years. I wonder if we'll have any new techniques to try and figure out what happened in the past. Interesting that everything is recorded. Maybe we can use the NSA recordings and actually track down what happened and who actually made all these calls, who made the decisions to run that, who's actually down sending out the disinformation, who was writing the report. They're probably in the dark. People even write. They're probably disinformed. Just disinform everybody. Who's doing the disinformation? Is it even humans? I wouldn't judge you as human.
Through the 50s and 60s, encounters with the NHI continued, as did the cover-up.
Physically, because of their service.
Because this is the human element, right? Can you imagine being read into one of those programs? That would be like the worst thing ever, I think. You'd be very excited for about 30 seconds, and then you realize that your life is effectively over. I mean, this means Bob Lazar is essentially correct. I would say Bob Lazar's story is correct based on this coming out now. And people would be like, well, I can't believe Bob Lazar because I've been believing him for years. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Do you really think they couldn't change his background? Do you really think they couldn't change the MIT numbers? These guys have access to alien technology. Let me remind you, alien technology. That means mental technology. They're able to actually affect people's mental aspects, right? That is alien technology, part of it. Remote viewing. I mean, they've been doing that for decades. What else have they been doing that we don't even know about? That Grusch saw and said, this is highly illegal and exceptionally immoral. What else do we not know? And all these people have been tortured. You tortured people. The people enforcing these programs. You have tortured your own people. You've kept everyone else in the world in the dark. For the gain of what? For the gain of what exactly? Because you're afraid that this information coming out, that you assassinated our own president to keep it safe. You're afraid that that information coming out will cause serious and grave effects to the nation. Oh, will it?
To looking at an unknown is extremely unethical and immoral.
And let me guess, you just can't believe it. I can't believe disinformation campaign would be effective against me. Not against me. Do you know how I get paid from YouTube? I get paid only through advertising. By you watching this, someone else pays to show advertising to you. Why do you think they do that? The first 10 don't work. First 10 times you see an advertisement doesn't work. After that, it does. Then the next time you're at the store, you just buy something. You're going to buy that object. You're going to want that. Why? Because we're idiots. We're idiot monkeys and we can be programmed. You can program people. I've been programmed multiple times. I've programmed myself. I've deprogrammed myself. I've been programmed by the government to kill. We are idiots. You can easily be programmed. Easily. And it's so obvious. It is so obvious. If you can just imagine that it's possible. Imagine that it's possible. And then look at the evidence. If you can get past that bias where you just won't even look. You don't even want to look past the curtain. I don't want to know. That's how you want to live your life.
Coming up.
There's a Hudson pointed out the West.
Okay, quite interesting here. So the argument that it's a U.S. system and for some reason, they were trying to excite or interact with our F-18 carrier group. Okay, that never made sense to me. Same with gimbal. Why would they be in the operating areas if they're trying to remain hidden, trying to stay secret from the rest of humanity so that they can continue to make money and power and then wonder why they will not end up in a good position. Here, so for both. So gimbal, anomalous. Okay, he says a natural phenomenon that is from a targeting pod that is very good at ruling out natural phenomena. It's some sort of crazy orb thing flying along, and it does turn. I believe Mick West in that sense is correct that it does gimbal because of the internal parts of the pod. Either way, it doesn't matter because it should be visible as a jet or something flying, not just a ball that's flying in the air. Okay, that is an anomalous object. That is a flying ball of something. That is an alien craft. You are looking at some sort of alien vehicle. We don't know where from. It sounds like some other different dimension potential. Same thing with Tic Tac. Highly anomalous. No idea what it is. Solid object, Underwood. Got it in all the different types of the targeting pod. You got it in infrared. You got it in optical. They got it on radar. Tons of data. Okay. And yet again, lied and treated like crap. Kevin Day was treated like dirt by the military. You guys haven't even investigated it. I say it yet again, bunch of cowards and you're a bunch of pieces of shit. And it's going to be remembered. It's going to go down in history. Names are going to go down in history. So all you guys out there who have a chance to change this, I would recommend changing it. It's going to go down in history. This is not going to, you can't put this cat back in the bag, man. The cat has been torn apart. It has been shredded. And as much as you guys have tried to control the media, guess what? We live in 2023. 2023 has YouTube. We have decentralized information passage. That's what this is. You're done.
Government transparency is a fallacy.
So that was the Omaha event. Also anomalous. Okay, so that's that object looks like an egg going into the water. I literally just interviewed Claes Svahn. He's from Sweden, Norway. He's done tons of investigation in Sweden. And they have documented 1,100 ghost rockets. These are objects just like the Omaha saw, that egg-shaped thing, physical object going into the water. They have over 1,000 witness accounts of these objects flying super fast, crashing into the water or going into the water and then not being seen again. They tried to actually find it underwater and there was an indentation in the soil. So this is part of these ghost rockets. This is one of these ghost rockets, these alien beings, some sort of extraterrestrial being on our planet. Can you believe it? It's mind blowing. That is amazing information. Unbelievable. Once in a life, not even generations. How many generations to actually prove it? And we have actual spacecraft. We have literal spacecraft of extraterrestrial or interdimensional beings. And we have kept it secret for 90 years. Think of that. How do you recover from that? How do you recover? That's why they just pretend it doesn't happen. Because you have no integrity. You have nothing. You're going to die and realize your life was a waste.
He says the videos that have been released
With a lot of questions. Yeah.
They didn't even declassify these videos. They haven't declassified anything. Okay. Lou Elizondo released those videos. None of you guys have released jack. None of you. Scott Bray, Moultrie, Kirkpatrick, anyone else. You're a bunch of cowards and lying sacks of shit. And your names are going to go down in history. Watch it. I can't believe it. You're a bunch of cowards. You're cowards. And it's over. It's done. We know. We have the information. Can you feel that? Huh? Can you feel it? Feel it in your face. All the times. High and mighty. You had alien tech? Of course you could take over the world. That's why you keep it secret. And now you are screwed.
He says there are credible witnesses who...
It's totally unethical.
Of course, it's totally unethical. It's obviously illegal. Highly illegal. All you people. I said before, you can't change what you've done in the past, but you can change what you do now. You can change what you do now. What are you going to do?
problem you've got is there have been categorical denials.
Crazy if he doesn't.
Totally crazy, right? Crazy if he doesn't. He's the guy in the charge, in the lead. to try and find the truth. That was your job, Kirkpatrick. That's your job, Sean. Doctor, to find the information. What did you do? Here's your information right here. Did you go and look at it? Did you actually look at it? Because you're just lying your ass off in front of us. You say extraterrestrial, maybe you mean interdimensional in your brain. But again, you don't think it's going to be remembered? You don't think it's going to be remembered that you stood up there and lied and did nothing to actually find the truth? To actually find the truth. You did nothing. Nothing.
Same.
This is the guy who was supposed to tell us what it was. They told him. He talked to Grusch a year ago. Did you go and look at the data, Kirkpatrick? We have no credible evidence. No, you have no credibility. You have no integrity. You are done. All these people, man. Honestly, I think the whole industrial military complex should be disbanded. We don't have control, people. You do not have control. You are under control.
I'm hoping that the lies stop.
That means yes. We're still being lied to. We're obviously still being lied to. And he hopes the lies stop. When are they going to stop? We're putting out camera systems. DeSci is going to happen, decentralized science. We're putting out camera systems to get our own data. We can never trust the government again, as far as I'm concerned. You can never trust the government again. How can you trust the government after this? How?
Coming up, it gets even scarier.
It does appear negative, at least to us.
So that's interesting to me that there are malevolent NHIs, which if there are multiple NHIs, then, not all of them being friendly makes sense. My own personal belief is that we're in a larger ecosystem. We're surrounded by life, just like we are on our planet. There is an ecosystem, right? Where some creatures eat other creatures. It's just how the nature has evolved. So there could be a, malevolent NHI. My guess is the other benevolent, so friendly NHIs are protecting us, or keeping us safe in that sense. Interesting to me as well, he talked about when they had human deaths caused by aliens. And it sounded like around nuclear incidents. He said in one incident that appears to have happened. So it seems like there was some incident at a nuclear base when a human or groups of how many humans, we don't know, were killed or harmed by aliens. He says, at least in one instance that has happened. So do we know what actually happened there? I'm not sure, but maybe they were just there and any humans around, they're just going to kill. If you can imagine it's an actual non-human intelligence, how can we relate to that? So not really sure what it's going to be. So that was interesting. I think if there are friendly intelligences, or most of them are friendly, then we are in some sort of protected bubble. We're protected from this harmful NHI, hopefully.
I've been told that there have been attempts to bring down craft, that we've acted offensively against non-human craft.
There have been instances, and there are certain techniques.
So he confirms there that there are instances of taking down or shooting UAPs. Just confirmed it, said it. And there are certain techniques. So certain techniques that you can use to confuse or crash, harm, otherwise capture these UAPs. So that's what they're doing. That's what they've tried to do in the past.
With our peer adversaries, yeah.
I was in France last year, and according to him, in France, they know of the UAPs. The military, the government is well aware of the UAP. They're well aware of the phenomenon, and they use it again to try and gain information and try and capture craft. They do the same thing. Our allies know. His argument is that they don't release it because they believe the populace would freak out. That's why they keep all of us in the dark. They don't tell any of us the actual real universe that we live in. They keep this information secret from us to protect us, right? To protect us. Because we'll freak out. And we're going to freak out. We are. But because of who? I think because of you guys. Freaked out because you've militarized our world, kept us in the dark so that you could benefit. Now there's an arms race. What can this alien technology do? We have no idea. We don't understand space. We don't understand time. We're not interested in actually finding it out because we keep all of the real information trapped. In fact, we go around the world, like in Virginia, as soon as there's an actual case, then we hear about it and go down and actually capture as much as we can, pay off whoever we can, and kill whoever we can. That's the operation. That's it. Great. All you people on this operation, previous, you're cowards. And you're all lying sacks of shit. You're going to go down in history. Everyone is going to go down in history with this secret.
Why hasn't Russia or China come out spoken publicly about this?
Like to know all the details of as well.
Okay, so that answer means yes. Did you guys see that? That's how you answer yes without breaking the rules, that you're not allowed to actually say that we have agreements in place. That's how you say we have agreements in place. Think of that. Our government signed agreements with alien without any of us knowing. We are under those agreements right now. What agreements are we under? Did you vote for that? Is that democratic? This is the democracy you live under, right? In agreements with alien NHIs that we don't understand. Secret agreements. You just can't make this. You can't make this stuff up, guys.
Just make it look crazy.
So Grusch is squeaky clean. I mean, they checked out his background multiple times. He said he started looking into this 4 years ago. So you missed your chance to kill him, everybody. And then he actually started on the task force. How many years he's on the task force with full clearance. And now that was his job, was to investigate this in particular. And so he made sure everything was watertight. I mean, this is a watertight case. If you guys don't believe this, then I think the only reason you don't believe it is because you can't believe it. Just not possible, right? Just not possible, which makes it possible.
Best reason to believe Dave Grusch may be this document. Remember that whistleblower complaint he filed? It would seem it hasn't fallen on deaf ears.
Correct.
They're credible. So I don't know what you guys are saying. I can imagine Mick West is saying, well, the things he's saying are credible, but they're not going to, look into his actual claim. Yeah, no. The claims are credible. Urgent and credible. Like, we need to get to these locations before they move all of the spacecraft, which they probably have. So they know. The government knows. They've known for a year. And they still have been lying to us. They still have been lying to us. The only people not lying to us is Tim Burchett and a few other handful of senators. I don't even think they said anything. Tim Burchett's like the only one. And everyone thought he was crazy. Like you guys thought he was crazy. That is the stigma that they created. If it's not possible, then it's not possible. You're not going to believe it.
Correct. In soft sciences, broadly, it's totally nuts.
Yes, it's totally nuts. I mean, can you imagine that? Why would you suppress? He said suppress astrobiology, the truth about alien life, astrophysics, suppress other hard sciences. They've literally been suppressing our science. Like he says there are people, there are good people there, and they do want to get this out. Well, talking to those people, this is your chance. This is the chance. This is the chance. Because like I said before, you know what's going to happen? This is the wrong side. You're on the wrong side of history. Okay. This is completely illegal and completely fucked up. Completely. Governments have, I don't know if you have a reason to be around after this. Honestly. We should have no secret programs. There should be no secret programs anymore.
Grusch has left the government
history, and they've allowed ourselves to annihilate ourselves, genocide, war, famine, etc. So at the very least, I think they're kind of neutral on what humans decide to do with their free will.
So that's it. They're neutral. I mean, we're still here. I interviewed Maury Woods on Sunday. The aliens there could have easily killed him, but they didn't. They didn't kill him. Looks like NHI is not necessarily the enemy. And Grusch is available. Haynes can talk to him. Anyone can talk to him. All the Congress people can go talk to him, get all of the details, exactly where to go, all the information, all the names, get all the names of these people, actually figure it out. Do you have the courage to do it? Do you have the integrity to actually do what you should do for the whole? Do you have the courage and integrity to actually do what's required for humanity? For humanity. It hasn't happened the last 90 years. It took this one guy. Okay, that was the whole interview. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Wasn't too emotional, but man, really is amazing. I'm curious what the governments will do after this if they come clean. If we don't see an immediate coming clean, disbanding of the whole military-industrial complex. I don't know. I don't see him surviving. I don't see the GOV surviving through this. Big questions. Big questions out there for people to make about the future of our planet, about the future of humans, about your soul,